Hey yogis, I've got a fun vinyasa flow for you today in which we are going to get a little creative with our flow, open up through the whole body and focus in particular on strengthening and lengthening through the back body and opening through the heart space. So when you're ready, meet me in a tabletop. We'll begin right away with some cows and cats here. So as you breathe in, can you find your cow? Scooping the tailbone to the sky, shining the heart up as you do. And then as you exhale, press into the earth. Think about widening the shoulder blades on the back, drawing the heart up towards the spine. Again, inhale, cow pose, and exhale, cat pose. Now staying with this, or feel free at any point to get a little more expressive with this, to paint outside the lines. Maybe draw some figure eights with your hips or undulate your cat-cows up and down your mat. Just allow your body to lead here as we warm up through the hips, the spine, the shoulders. And then we'll come into an Anahatasana puppy pose. So bring the hips over the knees, and then we're going to walk the hands forward and wider than your mat as we melt the heart through the shoulders. Here your forehead might come to a block, or perhaps the earth, or if there's range of motion there, you can bring the chin to the earth also. Breathing in here. And then staying nice and close to the ground, lead with the crown of the head as we bend the elbows and come forward onto our belly. Breathing in, finding a little baby cobra. Breathing out as we lower. One more time, breathe in. Perhaps you lift a little higher, take up a little bit more space. And breathe out as you lower down. Finding Shalabhasana locust pose now. So reach the hands back behind you. Activate through the fingers. Breathe in. As you breathe out, can you reach actively with the fingers behind you as we engage the glutes and hamstrings to lift the legs. Breathing in here, maybe lift a little higher. Drawing those shoulder blades towards each other. And then as we breathe out, lower hands come under the shoulders, pressing through tabletop. Tucking those toes and finding Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Here, feel free to bend one knee and then the other, pedaling out through those feet. Nice, and then we'll look forward towards our hands as we step the left foot forward, dropping the back knee and bringing the left hand inside that left foot. So feel free to kind of heel toe that foot out a little bit wider. As you breathe in, reach the left arm forward, find length through the back body. And then breathe out as we twist over that left shoulder, reaching for the back of the room. Again, breathe in, reach everything forward, active through the fingers. Breathe out, twist and reach. This time, perhaps we draw the foot in towards the glute. One more time, reach forwards. And then twist, perhaps this time we find a bind if that foot's available, drawing it in towards the glute as we really open that heart towards the sky. Lovely, without slingshotting here, release that foot, turn back, and then we're finding Skandasana. So we're going to turn towards our right, keeping that left knee nice and bent, and sit those hips down as deep as feels good for you today. And then walking over, Skandasana second side. And then once again, Skandasana towards the front. From here, twisting into runner's lunge, and then opening that left arm, finding an easy twist. And then heel toe that left foot towards the center of the mat as we drop the hips down, horizon lunge. And then press everything into the earth so we can lift up and out, swooping that arm overhead. One more time, breathe in and lower. Breathe out and reach, keep that arm spinning forward as we come towards a pyramid pose, legs towards straight. Breathe in, lengthen through the back body. Breathe out to lower and melt the chest over the legs. From here, bend that front knee nice and deep as we land that back knee. Lift everything up, Anjaneyasana. And then forward fold front of your mat, right foot meets the left. Find a halfway lift. Think Shalabhasana here as we draw the shoulder blades together. And then lower everything down, head heavy. Rolling up through the spine, stacking one vertebra at a time, arms above the head. And then exhale as we fold all the way forward once again. Step that left foot back. We're coming to Anjaneyasana, arms up. And then hands frame that front foot, tuck the back toes Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, walking it out. Okay, second side, look between the hands, step that right foot down now as we drop that back knee and heel toe out a little bit, coming into our lizard. Nice. Actively reaching forward with that right hand and then twisting towards the back over that bent knee. Again, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, twist. Maybe this time we can bend the foot in towards the glute. Once more, inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. If the hand can reach that foot, drawing it in, feeling that stretch in the quadricep. Nice. And then releasing that off. Spinning open once again, finding your Skandasana. This time perhaps we bring the hands to heart center as we move side to side here. As the hips warm up, maybe we can come a little deeper. And then unravel, find your easy twist, right arm opens up. Heel toe that right foot to the center of the mat, lower the hips, and find those horizon lunges with that nice rainbow-like arm swooping up and over. Second time, you keep swooping, coming into that long pyramid pose. Feel free to bring the hands to blocks here as we inhale and lift. And exhale, fold. Nice, land that back knee. Anjaneyasana, low lunge, bursting that heart towards the sky. And then forward fold, left foot meets the right. Halfway lift. And fold. Ground through the feet, rise all the way to standing. Maybe there's a little back bend there now. And then hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. Exhale as we fold forward. Finding that halfway lift. And then taking your vinyasa here. Maybe you step or jump back through your plank, through your chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Find your cobra or your upward facing dog. And then exhale as you draw everything back into a downward facing dog. Okay, from here, let's breathe in and lift that right leg up and back. And then as we breathe out, draw that knee into chest, place the foot between the hands. Once again, we're dropping the back knee, finding Anjaneyasana. And then on the exhale, left hand lands on the block or the floor as we draw the hips back and swoop that right arm open, finding a twisted half split here. Ardha Hanumanasana. Nice, okay, and then right arm swings behind you, swooping forward as that left arm then lifts us up, landing that back foot. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2 here. Breathe in and breathe out to lower, broadening, opening through the chest here. And then as you breathe in, reverse your warrior. Breathe out, finding Parsva Konasana, side angle. Elbow to knee, hand to block, hand to floor. Nice. From here, rotate forward. Ground through that right foot as we lift the left leg up. We're coming into warrior 3. So just like Shalabhasana on the floor here, we want to draw shoulder blades together, actively reach back with the fingertips and find that length through the back of the leg. Nice. Okay, bend that front knee. We're landing in goddess, hands together at heart centered, heels turned in, toes turned out. Breathe in, open everything up. Breathe out and round forward. One more time, breathe in and open. Breathe out, round forward. Okay, coming back to the front of your mat, into that warrior 3. And then this time we're going to ground through that foot as we draw that left knee into chest. Hands can come to heart center, or perhaps we interlace fingers around the shin. Length through the upper body, open through the heart space. And then we'll set up for Natarajasana, dancer's pose. So taking that left foot behind you, left hand like you're holding a tray of drinks, then grabs the inside of that foot. If that's inaccessible, feel free to find a strap or the tie of a dressing gown to hook around the foot, and then inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, kick that hand into the foot or the strap as we open through the chest. Counterbalancing with a little lean forward of the upper body. Breathe it in. And breathe it out. Okay, nice. Releasing the bind with the foot, drawing that knee back into chest. And then taking that foot back nice and long behind you, landing in that Anjaneyasana. Drawing everything back once again, finding that Ardha Hanumanasana with a twist. Nice. And then hands frame that front foot, option to take a vinyasa here, or find your downward facing dog. Meeting in downward facing dog on the breath out. Okay, nice. Inhale, left leg lift. Exhale, journey everything forward, landing the back knee. We're finding Anjaneyasana. And then exhale, we've got that half split where the twist, left arm swoops up. Nice. Okay, transitioning now to warrior two. That right arm begins that lift up, and then we land with expansive presence here. Breathe in, reverse. Breathe out, side angle. Lengthening here, and then rotating the body forward, grounding through that left foot as we lift up and in, warrior three. And then bend that supporting leg as we open through the hips, the knees, the feet, and land in our goddess squat. Breathing in, open. And breathe out to round. One more round here. Okay, and then rotating back towards that warrior three. Grounding through that supporting leg as we come to standing, drawing that right foot into chest now. Okay, preparing for your dancer's pose. Kick that right foot behind you. Grab your strap or hold the foot with the hand as we reach left arm up. Breathe it in. And when you're ready, breathe it out, just kicking as much as you can into that hand or that strap. Giving yourself full permission here to take up space, to expand, to open through the heart. Really nice. And then release the bind. Draw the knee back into the chest. Send the leg back behind you as you land that knee. Lift everything up once again, Anjaneyasana. And then find that beautiful twist as we lengthen through that hamstring. And then hands frame that front foot, bend the knee, take your flow. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Big breath in here. And breathe it out. Okay, when you're ready, landing those knees down, setting up for some swooping camels. So you may like to have blocks outside of your feet here. And we'll all tuck the toes just for a little more solidity and support through that base. Okay, when you're ready, hand can come to block or the heel as we inhale, left arm swoops up and maybe around to the back. And then reverse as we come side and front and then the other way. You can stop with this side stretch or keep going into that back bend. And reverse. We'll go one more each side. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Sitting down on those heels, perhaps closing the eyes or softening the gaze as we just take a moment here to absorb the energizing effects of that back bend. Okay, and then from here, once again, we'll come onto hands and knees, sitting up for a gate pose. So we're going to take that left leg out towards the side. Toes are planted, or toes are facing forward, sole of the foot is planted. And we're just going to rock the hips back and then ripple the spine forward. Two more times. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, ripple forward. Once more, rocking back. and ripple forward. And then rainbow this left leg up and over now, reaching it to the other side of your mat. Turning to look over that right shoulder at that foot. And maybe walking the hands off to that side of the mat also. Nice deep stretch for the left side of the body here. And then bringing the hands back to center. Lengthening that leg nice and long behind you. And then we'll tuck the toes, send it up and in. Three-legged dog. Nice. Land that foot. Land the knees. Come back to that upright kneeling position. This time we're going to find a more traditional camel pose. So again, blocks outside the feet might be helpful. We can keep the toes tucked or untucked. Level 1, hands come to the upper kind of glute area. Draw those shoulder blades together and then think about shining the heart to sky, maybe lifting the gaze. Level 2, we can tip back a little further, hands coming to those blocks. Level 3, hands can come to the heels and maybe we tip that head back. Breathing into the heart space here. When you're ready to come up, activating those core muscles. If the head was dropped back, bring it back to rest on top of the spine last, and then once again, sit those hips back. Take a moment. Okay, and then gate pose on that second side, so coming into your tabletop. Taking that right foot out now, toes facing forward, sole of the foot on the floor, and then we'll find those rocks, so we hinge back, and then we ripple forward through the spine. 2 more here. Allowing this to feel really good, moving for the sake of pleasure and joy rather than performance. And then we'll rainbow that leg up and over, looking over that shoulder towards that foot, reach back through the heel, and then maybe also walk the hands off the same side of the mat. For a deeper stretch, we can walk those right fingertips even more forwards. And then coming back to center, lengthening that leg nice and long behind you. Core is on, tuck the toes, press through those hands as we send everything up and back, 3-legged dog. And then land that foot, final time here, ripple forward, find your high plank. And take a vinyasa. After your cobra or your up dog, landing your knees, big toes together, reach those hips back over the heels as we melt the heart towards the earth, finding your child's pose. And then from here, walking up to be sitting on the knees, we'll inhale, swoop the arms up and overhead. And then as we exhale, twisting to the right, left hand outside the right knee, right fingertips as a kickstand behind you. And then come back through center, big breath in. Breathe out as we twist over towards the left. And then start with the head, unravel back to center. Any final little movements, shakes, jiggles that you need here. And then we'll bring a hand to the belly and a hand to the heart. Closing down the eyes or softening the gaze. Take a big breath in as you feel chest, rib cage, belly expand. And then let out an audible sigh through the mouth. Feel free to rest here for a few minutes, basking in the beautiful, energizing effects of that flow, feeling that inner glow that radiates outwards. You're welcome to find Shavasana also. And remember that you are made to take up space. You are made to shine. And this is your invitation to move into the world with an open heart, with strength and courage, and the boldness to be authentically you. Honouring you so much for your practice. Thank you for choosing to show up with me today. And from my heart to yours, a very big namaste.